Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Radio.
Welcome to Spirit Medium, Law, Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and has featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
Hello, everybody. How are you this evening? I'm feeling really good, and I hope each and every one of you is feeling pretty good. So we're going to do a couple of things before I get to the phone lines. The first thing is a little housekeeping of how you can get to the top of the queue, or you can get a 25% discount on readings, and how you can watch the show in video format. If you want to watch the show in video format, just go to the website for the radio show, which is spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. And there is a live video feed of the show. It's also broadcasting live on YouTube. If you enter that webinar, and you can do so at step 3 on spiritmediumtv.com, you will be part of the webinar, and you will also get a priority in the queue, the reading queue. And it's a pretty full queue this evening. Another way to get a priority in the reading queue is to make a donation. I call that the 8 No Wait. It's an $8 donation that goes in part to help animals. I do a monthly donation to an animal charity. So you can do that at step 1 on spiritmediumtv.com, and you look for the 8 No Wait, the 8 No Wait. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. Oh, well, what can I tell you? What else? Oh, if you want a 25% discount on a reading, when you're booking at booklaura.com, that's booklaura.com. It's also on spiritmediumtv.com. You'll see a menu at the top, and you would use book session. Duh, makes sense, right? But when you're booking your session, I do ask for an event code field, if applicable. And if you put in that field radio show, you will automatically get a third more time free. So for example, if you paid for 90 minutes, you get a third of that, which is 10 minutes, absolutely gratis, absolutely free. You just need to put it in the event code field, okay? So those are my little housekeeping messages. I do have one donation, is Teresa. I don't have any Otherside Connections. I had one, but she somehow got jumped off the board, or her connection was dropped. And I don't know who she is. If you're listening and you call back in, because there's several people that have called in and I haven't pre-screened, then let me know in the chat room. I can see the chat room messages, and then I can find you. Other than that, I just go through the queue, first in, first out kind of a thing. And oh my God, I have so many people that I didn't even get to. But we already have a lot of people that did get to. First in, first out in the reading queue. If you want to get better priority in the queue, make a donation, go into the webinar, and or call in early. The phone lines open at 1:45 the hour. And I do attempt to get here early. Sometimes I'm not always able to get to you because of technical difficulties. Sometimes I can't get into the show. You name it, it's happened here. This is like a let it all hang out kind of place, What do I call this? I like to call it, I used to call it real, live, and raw. Not only do I have technical difficulties at times that you can hear, but I also sometimes, the readings are not cut. You get the real experience of me and you and the spirit world. And that's what I focus in on, soul level work, Whatever I'm going to tell you is going to have a little deeper kind of slant to it than just this is going to happen to you kind of thing. I also do medical intuition, medical mediumship. So, and I am a certified health coach. I've got a lot of credentials. But anyway, I don't want to pester you with all that. I just want to get into the meat and the substance of what our focus subject is. Then I will do a group message in channeled format, and then to the phone lines. That should be about 7:15 or 15 minutes after the hour, depending on your time zone. And we get people from all over the world here. Okay, so the focus subject for this evening is an article that I sent out this week, which is how to be free of your karma. I call it Karma Blast. Manifest, as in manifest your desires quickly. Be free of karma. How to eliminate bad karma. You know, I didn't put this in the article. Oh, by the way, if you want to be on my mailing list, you will be notified of this radio show, and you will be getting beautiful articles on a regular basis, so long as I have energy in me to do this. But this whole idea of having no karma, you know, I never thought it was possible. I always thought we had to have our karma, we have to grow. But part of your growth is learning how to ascend to a higher vibration. There is no karma. Okay, there's just, in effect, expression of higher synchronicity, higher love, and a different type of evolving. But karma is there for your evolution so long as you believe in it and so long as you do not ask that it be obliterated. If you want to suffer, okay, stick with your karma. I'm going to give you a very quick idea of what your life could be like if you could evolve beyond karma. And then I'll just give you some ideas of how to do that, how to evolve beyond karma, which was channeled in an article, which is on my website. And spiritmediumtv.com is a way to get to a page on my website. And if you're listening to this at a future point in time, at the top of the website of every page on my website is a magnifying glass. And if you put in there how to eliminate bad karma or just bad karma, you'll go to this article. That's one way to go there. If you've ever seen the movie Limitless with Bradley Cooper, you'll know what I'm talking about. This movie is such a delicious experience. This young man, Bradley Cooper, was not doing so well in life. Stuck, artist, trying to write a book, writer's block, could never concentrate, could never apply himself, could never pay his bills. His apartment was a mess. He was a mess. He was a big, hot mess. And he happens to be introduced to a pill that, I don't know, brother-in-law or something was selling in a pharmaceutical, in the pharmaceutical industry. And he gets his hands on this pill. And I don't know what made him take it because I don't remember the movie fully, but he does take one of the pills. And after that, his mind starts working. He becomes a genius. Suddenly, he's able to figure out how to make millions and billions of dollars through the stock market. He gets his book finished and published. He gets his apartment cleaned and organized. You know, one thing after another thing after another. He just gets his life together. And so that's kind of like what your life would be like without karma. So isn't it desirable? It's kind of like you'd be functioning at a higher level. I would like to call that the ascension. So here are some ideas that come in from the channeled material, and then we'll move to our group message. Well, first of all, according to what the ones say, you have to see that you have an issue. If you don't see you have an issue, then you won't be able to ask. You won't be able to ask that your karma be obliterated. And usually those issues, those karmic issues, are repeating negative patterns. Like I can never have enough money, or I never can keep a job, or I always keep running into the same kind of love relationships or dysfunctional love relationships. Or I have a child that is constantly clashing with my personality, I with him or her, and she or him with me. So it's just a repeating kind of cycle. Could be with alcohol or drugs. It's another repeating cycle. Or it could be health issues, repeating. It could be not being able to lose weight, and it's a constant thing. Maybe you have a food addiction. It goes on and on. But the first thing you have to do is see the pattern. Second thing is ask for help. Your divine beings will not help you if you don't ask. Don't forget that. And how to ask. You can ask, who to ask. You can ask any divine being or just go to God. Some people like to use angels. Some people like to talk about spirit guides. Some people like to talk about saints, ascended masters, gods. In different religions, there are different kinds of gods. But whatever it is, spirit translates it to the ultimate power. So don't worry too much about that. It's the asking and the how you ask that's extremely important. Asking from emotion of desire is like, it's the gas for your car. It's important. When you have feeling behind the asking, you have power in your request. Without feeling, you won't get anywhere. So you have to have that desire. And desire is the ultimate powerhouse of shift from karma. You really, 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 really want something and you ask for it in a way that is expressing that desire. You have shot into the all that is, into the superconscious mind of God. You have shot your request in powerfully. And after that, you are to wait to become passive until you are inspired. You may have things just pop in as a synchronicity or a lucky coincidence, or you may be inspired to do something. But it is important to wait to see what happens versus being very, very busy, because that would suggest that you don't believe that God exists. You don't believe that you're going to be helped, and you'd be working from fear. So fear is the ego edging God out, and love is the heart chakra. So they also say in this channel piece something about the heart chakra is how spirit works with you. Spirit works with you through your heart. So if you're trying to get something and you're never feeling it, you need to have a feeling tune-up and you need to work from your heart chakra. So don't forget that. That could be something you're leaving out. Maybe you think that it's too mushy and gushy to be like emotional with your spirit, connection to spirit. But no, it's the way to go. Okay, I'm going to now do a group message and then I will get to the phone lines. I hope that was helpful to you in some way. Everybody listening, if you please sit back, uncross your arms and legs, and start to focus on your breath from your abdomen. Breathing in deeply. And exhaling, allowing yourself to feel good, feel calm. Breathing in deeply and exhaling deeply, letting go of all concerns. And now, if you would please focus in on your desire for what you need today. Start to focus on that. If you are wanting an Otherside connection, just focus in on those people or that soul and ask that soul to join us. And while you're doing that, I will go invoke the prayer. I'll be right back. And now, on your next exhale of breath, if you would please release into the space around you your energy, I will connect us. One moment, please. And give me a moment to get in a connection to a divine communicator. We are here. We are the ones. We are the ones that lead and guide you through your life. We are a conglomeration of different souls and consciousness that come to earth to heal and help as best we can. We are not perfect. However, we are higher in evolution than you are, We are of a different entity than you are, meaning that we have evolved away from the physical and into an energy form. Some would like to call us light beings. We simply are of the light, of a higher sight, and provide for you a bigger sight. We would like to help and aid each of you in your lives to gain and to grow, for it is our great pleasure to work and communicate with you. This evening, we would like to say that you are all divine. We are divine and you are divine. The more you remember your divine nature, the true healer in you, the true magician in you, you will understand that you are limitless. And today is the first day of you being limitless. Remember each day that you are empowered and limitless, and you will have all that you seek in every way. Namaste. Okay, that was a nice message. And I am going to go, I'm just going to see, I wouldn't be able to tell. I'm going to go to the first person who made a donation, which is Teresa. Hello, Teresa.
Hey, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. And you?
Anxious.
Good. Go ahead, honey. Give me your question.
So I have a lot of change coming up in my life right now, and it's making me feel really out of balance. But one of the main things is, this breakup I've had.
Yeah.
I know I focus on it a lot, and I'm trying not to, but I'm really concerned that he's going to try and come back, and I'm not going to be strong enough to keep that door closed.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Well, the first thing I want to say is,
yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, I wasted like 10 years of my life in one of those things. Not the same identical to you, but in the coming back, and then he ultimately slingshot. He boomeranged away anyway, and I wasted a lot of time. I was just saying that because just to remind you and motivate you. I'm not quite sure what we can do for this. There's a lot of ways we can go. I can go to a will he come back? I can go to a healing on you. I think I'll start with a will he come back? No, actually, I'm going to go to something different. I'm going to explore your whys. Why, you would want him to come back, or why you'd be tempted.
No, I don't want him to.
Well, wait a second.
I don't want him to.
Well, there's a temptation here of you taking him back. Wouldn't you agree? All right. I want to look at that, love. Because if we could get to that and clear it, maybe it wouldn't matter anymore. We're trying to get you closure. You see, right? All right.
Exactly. And if he's not going to come back and there's nothing for me to worry about, then I need to move on to something else.
Yeah. All right. Well, we could start from any direction. Let me just see something here. I'm going to go to Will. What is his initials again, please?
FF.
All right. Hold on. No, he won't be trying to come back. Okay. He won't be trying to come back, but there's still a lot of loss in you, a lot of sadness at the loss, a lot of feeling like deficiency within you. Like, why me? What is it about me that made this happen? But I want to feel this sadness in you of like defeat, and also kind of an overall yucky feeling like, I don't know why this happened. Does this mean that I'm deficient in some way? I just want to explore that with you. You don't need to say anything. I just want to look at it for a moment. I'm going to look at it energetically and see where we go with this. This for Teresa, please. Why does she feel deficient? Or does she feel? I'm going into your chakras. I don't know why I see this, but for some reason or other, and I need to tell you everything I get as it comes in, I see somebody with a stroller with a little baby in it. I don't know what that has to do with this yet, but I just wanted to report it to you. I'm now going to look at your 7 chakras quickly and see if there's anyone in particular.
I know exactly what it means.
I figured you did. That's why I had to tell you. And I hear something about not loved enough as a child. Let me see what else I get. All the chakras, please. Okay, I'm at the throat chakra for you, your throat chakra. And so, I'm getting a message you were not loved or nurtured, as well as could have been when you were a child. Would that make sense to you, please?
Absolutely.
Right. And that's why I saw and I guess you know this, why I saw the stroller and, somebody strolling you. But what it is I see or hear or feel that you did not get a lot of unconditional love messages. Everything was conditional, had a lot to do with what you did, how you behaved, what you did, what you didn't do, it was conditional. Everything was conditional. And it's sort of like a patriarchal kind of outlook. Patriarchal meaning aspiring towards something. Versus matriarchal type of thing would be more like unconditional love in a system of symbolism. So all I'm saying is I feel that you were loved in a way that was conditional and that you had to sort of jump hoops to get any kind of attention, any kind of love that you would have found beneficial for your own development. I also feel there were other children around you that were seeming to opt for the same attention or were getting attention. And I'm not sure exactly, but I feel there's a lot of confusion around you growing up, a lot of distractions, and that you're not getting enough love. Would that make sense to you, please?
Yes.
All right. And so we're going to try to do we're going to do a healing on you. And so there's something else that comes in at the throat chakra. This is all at the throat chakra. There's another thing of feeling, what I'm getting is, okay, not knowing. Oh, one of the things that's behind all this is not knowing who you are or having fully explored your particular uniqueness as a soul and an individual and your greatness. And that also appears at the throat chakra today. And when we don't have our uniqueness, our specialness understood, when we're not expressing it constructively, we can also find that it's difficult to attract loving situations because I don't know how to say this. We don't really understand how special we are. And so that would be another thing. It's not a lot of knowledge. You don't have a lot of knowledge about who you are and how special you are. So now I need to answer that question quickly as I have a lot of people waiting. Teresa, I'm sorry. So let me just go and see if I can give you some uniqueness, specialness for Teresa. You're a very loving person. They tell me you're a homemaker type, or you're very, you very much love a warm home, like a nest, a place to feel comfortable in. I do believe I said last week I saw a dog around you or a pet around you. Is that correct, love? You have a pet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're kind of like a person.
Yeah,
you're very
older though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're old or younger. I'm just saying you're a person that loves. You're a lover type. You see, you're kind. You're gifted in healing by listening to other people's problems. So you're the kind of person that has somebody sit down with you at the kitchen table for a cup of coffee and they can bleed their heart out to you. Now, Spirit wants you to know this because they want you to understand it. It's just not any old thing you have. It's a special gift. Do you hear that? Do you understand that?
I try to, yeah.
Okay. Well, Spirit wants you to understand that it is unique gift as a healer in listening and acceptance of other people's problems. And there's so much to say. And the boundary needs to be set here. As you understand the gift, you also need to understand the curse of the gift. The curse of the gift is having an open heart for everyone and you get taken advantage of. The only reason that this has happened is because you don't understand that it is a gift and it needs to be coveted by yourself. As soon as you start to understand, it's like there's got to be a price in using the gift. Other people need to respect it, respect your boundaries, and you need to set the boundaries. When you start doing that, your self-esteem will rise. When your self-esteem rises, you will not be tempted to take back people who are not sensitive to your needs, nor interested in pleasing you as much as you were in pleasing them. You see the circle of that?
Yeah. Oh, I do. Yeah.
All right. Well, these words need to be said to you. I'm going to do I'm going to do an instant healing, facilitate. You can help me with this. We're going to go to your throat, and we're both going to channel in light blue. So we're sending in light blue light. And I'm going to give you a prayer that is a healing prayer from divine entities, your divine entities. From this point forward, dear Teresa, you are a healer. You're a masterful worker. Your gift is to hear others and allow them to pour their heart out to you, but only so far as they are willing to give back to you the respect of boundaries and common sense. We mean by common sense that they should be also listening to you. They should also be giving back to you. They should also be respectful of your time, your hours, your exhaustion. You need to see reciprocity. And in so seeing, you will understand the value of yourself. It starts with you, dear one. It does not start with them. They need to be told. Namaste. Okay, my dear, I gave you something to chew on there, but I don't see him coming back, but also you need to be cleared of even being tempted. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just was afraid I wouldn't be able to hold the door closed.
I understand.
You know,
I
think I've
understand.
successfully gotten it closed.
I know. Been there. Okay, darling, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for your donation, honey.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to the first caller. Sorry, I lost Cindy. Cindy wanted an Otherside connection, and I can't. Well, Cindy, if you're listening by any odd chance, you can place in the chat room that you're in the phone queue, and I will try to get to you for another side connection. Just so we have a little bit of a variety of the kind of readings that we do, although each of you has unique problems in life. That uniqueness of a Otherside connection is interesting as well. And we will get to a lot of people tonight. I'm going to Anne with a live question. Go ahead, Anne.
Oh, hi, Laura. Thank you so much
Sure,
for
thank you.
taking my phone call.
Of course, love.
Yes, I'm sorry to bother you, but it's again my mom's placement situation. As you predicted, it was a nursing home in the North County, but they were very rude to me, to my mom. We decided not to go there. So she's back in the hospital, and then the hospital cannot find any nursing home placement, and really we ran out of options. So what do you see for her for future? Where she will be?
Okay, so I couldn't understand some of your words, but I think I remember the call. I had said to you that it would be northeast of where you were, and that would be the nursing home. Yeah, and they offered, but you said now you just said they offered to take her, but it was a problem with that. Is it the money involved? What was the problem?
They were very,
Go ahead.
no, they were rude. They were
Rude,
yelling
okay.
at me. They were rude to the family. We didn't feel we wanted to send mom if they don't want you there that much.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so you said you wanted additional ideas for where to put your dear mother.
Yeah, because she's back in the hospital, and the hospital cannot find any other nursing home, and she has no place to go. It's been a while now, so we don't know what to do.
You know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling that home could be right for her, and maybe there's a way around the rudeness. Maybe there's somebody else there that you could work with, or another way of approaching this, because I feel a huge, let me just explain to you the feeling. It's something I need to honor. It's a psychic feeling. Like, oh, what a shame that they won't take her, because it really is the right place for her. And there's probably somebody there who can work with her, or a way around this, whatever it is you call it, rudeness. Give me the name of the nursing home, and I'll see if I can give you any kind of ideas.
Let me tell you, actually, they threatened me. It's not just my mom. They threatened me to the point that I should stay away from that nursing home and not even come to see her. So I do not feel that I would like my mom to be somewhere where I cannot see her.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
Um,
Well, I have a feeling that there's a
yeah,
I have a feeling that there are other people there, perhaps higher up in the, I don't know if you've gone higher than those people that said that to you, but I think that I'm just going to say this as an option for you. But I have a feeling that you need to report what was said to you to a higher authority in that organization. And I have a feeling that there'd be some changes there. That's one idea. Okay, put it in your knapsack of ideas. And now I will go back and see what else I can come up with. And give me your mother's first name, if you will, or some other way to get another vibration. Yeah, give me her name.
Elvira.
Oh,
Elvira.
Elvira. Okay, Anne and Elvira is the mother. I'm going to see if I can get into mom's energy. She's very sweet, your mom. Very sweet. She's very sweet. She's a kind person, a loving person. I know you don't want anybody to mistreat her or push her around because she's very sensitive and gentle personality. Hold on, Spirit, where can she go? Where can she go besides the hospital she's in? Well, I see near you, pretty close to you, some kind of like a halfway house, or it's like not really a full-fledged institutional setup, but maybe like a halfway house or something where they do have people and it's maybe assisted living or whatever the term is for it. But it might be like private. I've heard of this before and I'm seeing it now for you, where it's like it's not a full-blown huge institution. It's more like a private home that was converted into assisted living or a semi-nursing facility. And that's what I'm seeing near you. So I wonder if there's another way to seek out or search out these places. And what I see as I say that is that I don't know what method you've been using to find these places, but they advertise a little differently. It's almost like a private home or something, but there's other people there too. And it would come in through a personal ad or ads. So I want you to look maybe on Craigslist or some way that you could see postings for service or aids or something like that. That's what I'm getting, service or aids.
Laura, I found an agent. Who is willing to help. Her name is Carol. She wants a certain amount of money. I really don't know if I should trust her, but she wants pretty decent amount of money to help with the whole situation. I still didn't decide. She works for some kind of caring agency.
Yes. And that's what I'm kind of getting is something like that. But if it's too expensive to have one person, there might be a facility where they have maybe a 1-to-3 ratio or something. It's a smaller kind of more boutique kind of environment, of more of a home feeling to it. And so if you can't let me just check Carol. Is Carol good or bad for the situation for Elvira? Yes or no? I feel expense would be prohibitive. That's what I'm getting. First of all, is Carol good, please? Yes or no? You need to get somebody else. I don't feel she is right for you. But I do feel that there's some other kind of assisted living that's in a different form than the larger organizations, and that you need to be able to find that. Now, you said you were a nurse yourself?
Well, I used to work as a nurse when I was 20 years old.
Oh, okay.
And the problem that we are anticipating now, that they all private pay, I simply cannot afford to pay that amount of money. But they want to take my mom's insurance. They say they don't have any available beds. And that's why the hospital is having so much trouble. If it was just private pay and someone could pay, but I cannot pay for my mom, that it's a lot, believe me, several thousands a month.
Okay,
More than even I make a month.
Yeah. For paying for a one-on-one, you're saying? A one-on-one aid?
Well, no, for the facility, because most of them take only private pay, but they wouldn't take my mom's insurance because they don't have beds. The ones that they have beds, they're asking for private pay that I cannot afford.
Okay, well, I'm suggesting to you to look for something that's more like a private home and it's a smaller facility. They would take insurance. I've seen, I don't know if they exist around where you are, but I do think they do, because that was the psychic message that came in. It's more like a home that's been converted into a boarding facility for older people, elder care. And you can check the references and all, but I'm getting there is one closer to you, actually a lot closer to you, that would accept your insurance. And where I see it is a little bit northwest of you, but really a lot closer, like within 5 to 10 miles of you. That's what I'm seeing. So I want you, your assignment is to look for a different kind of facility. I'm going to see if I can get you terminology to help you find this. It's not a full nursing home. It's some kind of a, I don't know.
Probably boarding care, right?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Boarding care or half nursing facility or something like that. And I want you to look for that kind of a solution. I think that will work out for you. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have hope.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Bye-bye.
I'll keep you updated. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Please do. Yeah, that's a hard one. But there has to be a solution, right? Emma, I'm coming to you.
Hello.
Hi, honey. How you doing?
Good. How are you? Happy somewhat spring. It's today in Connecticut. It's crazy.
It's nice. It's really hot here. We're in like 80-degree, 90-degree weather already.
My goodness. It's either one extreme or the next. But yeah. So happy spring. My question is, I'm going to a conference in about 10 days. And I'm wondering if you see me meeting not only like-minded people, of course, that's why I'm going to it, but like people, maybe friendship, maybe possible relationship, something, because there's gonna be a lot of people there, and I have a really good feeling about this. When I saw the ad for it, I just knew I had to go. So,
oh, okay. And so, what do you want to know? What or what did you want to ask them?
Yeah, we seems to like really close friendships and or a relationship coming at this event. I feel like it's,
will you meet somebody at
yeah, I think it's going to expand a lot of me. Yeah.
All right. And the name of the event, or at least the initials of it?
Sure. The name is Karuna, Karuna.
Okay. Conference. Oh, that sounds nice. Karuna Conference. Yeah, I think you've been very well guided. I do feel there's somebody coming in for you there. It may feel more like a friend at first, but there'll be an instant attraction. I also feel that he won't really know if you're it'll be a little awkward because it's not a pickup scene and you won't really know. So keep it as a friendly thing and be friendly and outgoing with this individual. I do see one large conference room as the beginning of this connection where you meet him, and then there'll probably be breakouts and everything else. And I actually see it in the first day when you have the full when you have the full meeting where everybody's in the same room. And then conferences usually start in one conference room and then there are breakouts. I do see you running into him. Right. I do see you running into him in the left back part of the room. So you'll probably be seen near an aisle. And I see an orchestra kind of section in the center. Then to the left of that, an aisle, and then more seating. You would be between the center seating and the left seating, about 3/4 of the way back. And that's where you're going to be meeting him at the beginning of the aisle for the left seating. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So be there. Be there. Be there and be smiley. Don't forget your eyelashes. Don't forget to bat your eyelashes. And if you don't have any eyelashes, get some.
My goodness.
That's too funny. Well, it's funny because you said that it's like a lot of, I'm known for my eyes, so it's just interesting. They're very striking, I guess.
Okay.
People. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm excited for this. I want to not only expand my horizon. There's just authors and speakers there, and I don't know if you've heard of Bernie Siegel. He's an author. Miracles of Love, something like that. Is his book. He's going to be there, and some guy who was on the Oprah show, not the one from the '80s, but her own network, OWN network. He was on there too. So.
Oh, cool.
There's a lot of opportunity, I feel, for me, meeting these people and expanding. And
that sounds like a great conference. When is it happening?
A week from this Friday. So, yes, about 10, 11 days from now.
Where?
And it's 2 days.
Is it in New York?
It's in Hartford.
Hartford?
No, it's in Hartford.
Because you give me idea. You give me ideas
it's
about.
actually going to be.
Go ahead.
What's that?
I said you're giving me an idea about something because I'm trying to figure out. I want to do a little traveling in the summer, and I'm trying to think how I work some work into it because.
Oh yeah, that'd be great if you came by because they're doing this at the Sheraton Hotel.
Oh no,
So
I'm not going to go to this one. I'm waiting for the summer. I'll do something in the summer. But you just gave me a great idea about something I could do. Okay. So I do see you meeting somebody there. It's very intuitive of you to have felt that. So go ahead. You're going to have fun.
Awesome. Do you see us really connecting, this person and I? Is he from Connecticut? That'd be great if he was.
Well, I just see that you're going to connect well with him. He's actually pretty adorable, kind of cute, very cute. He has caramel brown hair that's straight, and he's got a nice slender body. He's into health and nutrition and working out, which is something you like.
Okay.
He's very intelligent, and he's a very kind-hearted individual. I don't want to make a prediction any more than just the meeting right now. Let's see.
Sure.
See how it goes. But I do feel that you're ready for something now, which is part of the solution, because there were a lot of obstacles before, and they've been removed in you. So from that perspective, as far as you having blocks, I don't feel you have any blocks anymore, and so it could progress very nicely. Okay. Is he in Connecticut? Yes, he's pretty near you in that area. I wouldn't say right next to you, but he's around. Okay. He's around you. All right.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And friendship is always great to start at the beginning of the first place anyway. So yeah, thank you. I'll let you know how it goes. Right. If you have any questions about conferences, let me know. Come up here. I'd love to meet you.
Okay. What you say if I have any questions about what?
Conferences or anything you want me to help you, I would love to do that for you. Absolutely.
Let me write that down.
I'm not kidding.
No, let me write it down because I was thinking today of going up to the Northeast. I'm down in Florida. And anybody else have any suggestions, email me, or if I talk to you tonight, let me know. But I'm looking for either do public speaking and a message service and or a class or something, or attend a conference or something between the New England area to Kentucky. I have people in those areas that I want to visit this summer. So yeah, so Connecticut is around there. So we'll see.
Yes.
All right, love. I'm going to let you go because I got to
help you. So yes. Take good care and many blessings, and I'll let you know what happens.
All right, love. Thank you so much, Amla. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, honey. Now, I do have somebody who made a donation, and unfortunately, I do not have a phone number. It's a Lisa, but maybe that's the Lisa who's already in the queue, which I'm going to go to now. So let me see, because there is a Lisa in the queue. Is that you that made the donation, sweetie?
It is.
Yay!
Yes, it is.
All right, wonderful. And then I will get to Donna right after that. So, Lisa, what can we do for you? What can Spirit do for you, honey?
Well, I'm
overcome a lot in the last couple of years and grown from it. And I'm just ready. And I've been looking at businesses to start from home and developing my own mediumship and intuition. And I'd like to know what is ready for me. What direction do I take?
Okay.
I wish to help out financially at home.
Oh, that's why I saw you in the chat room, chipping in with ideas. And then you put your area code in. Thank you, honey. They kind of all put it together. It's all coming together now like a big star. All right, Lisa. So it's interesting, the word star. Hold on, Lisa 831. You're smart, very mystical, educated, highly intuitive, gifted healer. You do work with people already on their life path. You do help people already. Keep doing what you're doing now. It can be expanded quite a bit. I see, it looks like to me you're using some kind of cards as a big, I don't think it's going to be ultimately where you end up, but I do see using some sort of divination tool. It looks like cards, and they're telling me oracle cards. Would you understand any of that, please? Does that make any sense to you, please?
Spot on.
Yep, you're very,
Spot on.
you're very, very smart. You're very, very gifted. And I also feel that eventually, even though the cards are great and you do well with them, that eventually you will be moving into other ways of divination and accessing power. I want to see what they mean by power. Power of the self and power of the others, and empowering. You are, and your path is about empowerment. You've come in this lifetime in a similar path to mine, Laura's, in that you're a person who's all about the power principle, understanding how to access energy and utilize it for growth. And you are sort of like a magician or a person who helps with transformation. But you do more than just counseling. You do energy transformation. In other words, you're able to take raw energy and utilize it with healing gifts so that people can be transformed through shifts of energy. And shifts of polarity and shifts in the way that they see things and how they progress in their lives. And people are already coming to you for this, and you're on your path. I do feel, just one second. I do feel that you are desirous of gaining greater visibility in the media capacity, i.e. TV, either self-done, through your own podcast or what have you, or your own channel, or within the context of, well, that's a good step forward to get to something bigger and broader than that. I also feel that you need to write a book, and that you're already thinking of that, and that you will get that book out. And that will be the way that you move on up the channel, excuse the pun, the channel of light towards your greater and greatest empowerment, where you become the star, so to speak, and you become the oracle, so to speak, and that others would begin listening to you in a broader way, in a much more they're using the word magical way, in meaning that you'll be able to affect the masses through group healings. The group healings will put you on the map, and hold on, on the map in terms of visibility, but also they're using the word scientific, access to science and scientific gifts. Something about what you're doing can be measured and or proven, where there'll be a proof aspect to what you're doing. So it won't be.
I absolutely love quantum physics and the reaction to energy because of the vibration and the science behind physics.
Perfect.
And I gained that from my father.
Okay, so there it is. And I see that you were going to have some kind of a scientific aspect to what you're doing that is going to be the thing that sets you even more apart from what you're doing. So you have a lot of, you have a big path ahead of you, and you're well on your way. You don't need me to tell you that. Giddy up, girlfriend. You're well on your way to, I don't want to say power.
I may need your help, though.
Well, you don't need, see, you have more than you realize. you don't really need anybody's help, but it's always nice to talk to somebody for validation. But you're a person that's very advanced. So talking to someone else that you feel you can relate to can be very helpful, because what happens after that, you are catalyzed, or you're triggered to awaken what's already in you. I'm shying away from using the word like, oh, you'll be powerful, or oh, you'll be famous, because it's not about that for you or for anybody really. I don't want to. It's more about.
No, that's not me.
Yeah, it's about actualizing your potential, your true potential, which is to become quite influential. I'll say it that way.
Okay.
So I think you're on your path. You're doing a wonderful job with your life. You love people. People love you. You're gaining visibility, but you're also, they're saying something about gaining access to wisdom in the work you do is easy for you as pie. It's very easy for you. Metaphysics is natural for you, and that you are a gifted healer. So is there anything I'm leaving out that you need validation of?
I need to go directly where my heart light shines, and that's where I've been tug-of-warring, going into the world as a nurse, or going into focusing on my
we got to talk about
metaphysical.
No, we have to talk about that right now. I don't think I want you doing
Okay.
anything conventional. Not the.
I believe you answered it.
Hold on 1 second, Mom. Well, we all need to be paid on our way to heaven. We need to be paid on our way. I just need to see that. No, I think you'll do fine as you're going and as you're doing. And I feel that you already work in some way doing readings, and that if you need to have more regular income, there can be a place outside your own effort, like perhaps a place where other people are doing readings, maybe some kind of an environment where you're part of people doing readings, so you have a steadier income while you continue to work on all of this and actualize your potential. But I don't feel that the traditional thing is really right for you. So that's what I'm getting, love. That's what I'm getting, love.
No, I'm not as a nurse, I just cannot stand working in a hospital or clinical format, and my healing has always been outside of that, and more of a counseling guidance type thing. So I have been working with my cards and zoning in helping me with my words and direction towards others, and just got out of the hospital last week from having a stroke, and realizing during that time just where my energies lied, and advocating. I was advocating for myself, but I was advocating for the two patients that I was sitting with. And learning.
Well, it takes a lot of courage, but you have to. You can do this, so that's what I want to say. It's right for you, and a little bit at a time. You've been given a plan now. We'll see where it goes, sweetie. We'll see where it goes. Are you feeling okay after the stroke? How are you feeling now?
Oh, they called it a stroke, and here's the deal. Cardio just called me today and said, we can't find anything wrong. Oh. And I'm like, I was telling you all that. I was telling you all that I am not having a stroke. There was some arrhythmia, there was some imbalances in my electrolytes, but had the CT scans, had the MRI, had the echogram, and all the heart specialists were like, it just symbolizes a stroke. And I said, no, this isn't. This is me. I call it transitioning, but
well, there's something
they kept
there
me for observation, and
there's something there. Having this kind of thing happen to you last week, and I just want to see if I can find what the reason is, and then I will go on to the next caller. Let me just see, because all illness, even if it's just a symptom, always has a spiritual reason behind it, psychological, spiritual reason behind it. So let me just see if they'll tell me what this means. Yeah, okay. So it's almost like it's fear. It's fear right now. A lot of trepidation about moving forward in your life, believing in yourself, testing yourself, and moving forward. It's almost as if you mimicked death so that you would go through the eye of the needle. And so now you've come out the other side, and by golly, you're still here, girlfriend. So you got to get going now. So the way to deal with this is one little step at a time. One little step at a time. In other words, build a little business. You see what's going on with it. If it's not working, you can always do something else to supplement or complement that as you move forward. I don't personally recommend anybody try to make a business as a psychic or spiritual healer. I know that's going to sound weird, but it has to come to you.
No.
It has to come to you, because it's a very difficult business to be in if it's not coming to you. It's very, you can do a lot of work. You can work yourself to death with marketing and events and, attempting to become a superstar and writing books and everything else. And you could still get nowhere. It has to be on your path. So that's why I recommend putting a little effort in, see what comes back to you, and see if you're led in that direction further. I think you will be. So just think of it like one little step at a time. Okay, love? And that'll give you courage. Okay? You're welcome. Blessings to you, honey. Thank you. And thanks for your donation, which goes in part to help animals. Namaste. Okay, I'm now going to go to Donna, who's waiting a long time. Hey, Donna, what's going on, sweetheart? Could you give me your question?
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
My pleasure.
Yes, I have a question. I was wondering, do you see anyone yet coming into my life on but I'm gonna say love, the beginning of a relationship, like a mutual feelings, mutual everything. There's a reason why I'm saying all this. Mutual attraction, just a happy relationship.
Yeah. Hold on, sweetie.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, because I was hearing something about mystical, magical. Hold on, Donna. Hold on, you're at 267. She needs that special person. Donna, 267. Proper relationship coming in, yes or no? For Donna. I have to focus, honey. Give me a moment. Yeah, you're going to find somebody who's just like you, a good mirror of you, a masculine version of you. And for some reason or other, they show me an archetype. They show me archetype of the Joker. I'm not quite sure what the Joker means in a tarot deck, but I'm going to interpret it to mean in an archetype system, one system that I use. It's a person who's satirical about life. They're able to see the truth, still engage in it wholeheartedly, but have also a little bit of a kind of bird's eye view, like they don't buy into all the crap, so to speak. And that's good for you. You like that. You like a person who thinks for himself, and that's what this means. Thinks for himself, but also engages in romance. And that would fit you very, very well. You're calm. You need somebody who's calm.
90 seconds.
You need somebody who's mystical and magical like you. You're a very magical individual. There's something unique about you, Donna, that you don't buy into the world the way other people see the world. It's almost as if, right? It's almost as if you have a lens that sees. Imagine if you had night vision. You know how you could put on these glasses and you could see all kinds of things at night. Well, you see things other people don't see all the time. You see magic. You see energy. You feel energy. You know things. You're a very mystical and magical individual, and you need somebody who is like you, who doesn't buy into the sleeping state of existence, who's more insightful. And this person is coming in for you. So rest assured, with all this validation for you, that that person is coming in. We'll see if I can give you some advice as to how to find him. Just keep looking in the ways that you have been looking, knowing that he is attending you. Hold on, what do I mean by that? Attending you, or he will be attending things that you do, where you go. So just keep that magical, mystical attitude about everything. Like, for example, you could say to yourself, every time you're about to go out and be exposed to other people, say, you never know who you're going to meet or how you're going to meet them. You also need to keep firm in your mind that this person is there and visualize that happening. Don't ever give up, because it is happening. Okay, my dear?
Yes. You see, do I know him yet? Maybe?
Yeah, you might. Let me just see. Does she know him? Well, if you do, there's not a lot going on between the two of you. It's not like you've, it's a very remote knowing, like as if you've seen him at a country fair or something, you know, across the room, but not a lot of connection and not a lot of contact with this person yet. So keep an open mind, however, because it could be somebody else coming in as well. The most important thing is for you to know, because you know that there's magic everywhere, that you need to keep that in your mind about yourself. It's not like it's out there, the magic, it's in here also, it's in you. And I want you on a daily basis to visualize yourself with this person and believe it, and then just relax and go forward. But I do give you an answer here of yes, this person is there for you. Okay?
Okay. Can I just mention something else to you? It's not a two-question thing, something I was going to do. Like, I've been having a lot of sadness. I didn't want to confuse the two. For a couple years between two people, not at the same time, but they're very games playing. April 21st is my birthday, and that's why I'm like so yearning for this person that is right for me, because between these two people, they have I put up with so much, and they brought so much sadness to me. So I made a promise to myself on my birthday, I'm writing each one of their names on a balloon, and I'm going to let them go, and I'm never going to look back. I know that sounds kind of crazy.
No, it doesn't. Why would that sound crazy? That's what you're supposed to do. Just for everybody, if anybody is still listening, I just want to say that doing a ritual, spiritual ritual, I'll call it that, it's a symbolic action of release with intention attached to it. It's very powerful, very, very powerful.
Yes. And I feel so powerful, like about each thing, everything I just said. That's why I'm so confused in what I'm saying. But believe me, my mind, my heart is there, because I guess maybe because I'm lonesome, and they both are good men. At one time things were good, and then turned very nasty and just not for me. And it makes me just really sad, and that magical, like you were talking about, not that I live in a fantasy world, but I just want that stability back again in my life, and just to keep it there. And I know how to, I just wanted to see if it still exists.
Yeah, it does, honey. And what do I want to say to you before I go? Sometimes we have to keep going back to situations until we have closure. So be patient with yourself, and be willing. I mean, one of the most effective things I've ever found to finally gain closure in a very dysfunctional, in the residue of a very dysfunctional relationship I had, was to pray. And I have an article on my website right now. Let me see if I give you the right name to it. And it's How I Prayed.
Okay.
It's either the one on karma or the one I just wrote on Miracle of Desire. So if you go to spiritmediumtv.com, you'll see posts, recent posts. And I just wrote one on the Miracle of Desire, and there's one on Karma Blast right under that. Either one of those articles, yeah, both of them. Look at both of them, but there's something about the way you pray and ask for things when you really ask from the heart. It happened. I wanted to release a relationship that had haunted me for way longer than was healthy, and that was the last thing I did was this very, very strong prayer, and by golly, it brought in the closure I needed. So don't forget to pray besides your balloon releasing, okay?
Okay, and thank you so much. And what's the website again?
Spirit. Yes, it's the one for the website. It's one for the show. Is a way to get to this, and it's spiritmediumtv.com.
Okay.
All right, take a look
All
at
right.
the article.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sweetheart. Have a beautiful evening, Donna. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that we can all work together in, oops, I made a mistake there. And I hope that we can all work together in the future. I appreciate it. Next Monday again at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Namaste.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.